Minister, it's been a while that we've been waiting for you to come to this committee for these consultations, 6 weeks since we wrapped up our consultation. I know when you first introduced this bill almost a year ago, you took the position that you wanted this passed as quickly as possible. And then when it came to committee in the late fall, Liberal members on this committee were insistent that we pass this bill within a week. Now, this is months later, and you've made us wait 6 weeks for you to come here. So I do appreciate that you're here now to answer our questions. You did mention in the opening remarks that a cornerstone of your legislation, Bill C-21, is to combat gun traffickers, which is something that I deeply support. I think law enforcement also support that. As you know, Toronto police have said almost 9 out of 10 guns used in crimes in Toronto are smuggled from the United States. So collectively, police have told us and to you that this is a primary focus, should be, for fighting gun violence in this country. So I appreciate that C-21, based on your remarks, is attempting to do that. I know you've talked about it on national television. You talked about it today, that this bill will strengthen, as your words, penalties for gun traffickers from their 10-year maximum sentence now to 14 years. How common is it now to award or to sentence someone to 10 years, the current maximum? How common is that now?
Ms. Dancho, thank you for your question. Thank you as well for outlining the work that I have been engaged with over the last 6 weeks, but not only then, indeed right back to the start when we tabled this bill. And I have heard loudly and clearly from Canadians from every walk of life, including from gun owners and First Nations communities and Canadians, about what they expect out of this bill, which are smart gun laws.
Right.
You've asked me about maximum sentences.
Right.
I've worked on the front lines of the criminal justice system as a federal prosecutor. I will tell you that I have confidence in the judiciary to exercise good judgment when it comes to making sure that we separate those gun traffickers from our communities when we need to do so.
How common is it that the current maximum of 10 years, how common is that right now since you formed government in 2015?
Ms. Dancho.
Is it common at all? Does it happen quite a bit?
Ms. Dancho, every single case is taken on its facts, but I have confidence in the judiciary to use the higher maximum sentences to make sure that gun traffickers who terrorize our communities with guns are separated from the community so we can keep our communities safe.
I would hope that that would be the case, certainly, given how many lives are being taken, given how important it is that we tackle gun smuggling. I would agree with that statement you made. However, the information that your office provided to my office is that not one person, since the Liberals formed government in 2015, not one person has been awarded the current 10-year maximum sentence. So it is frustrating to see you talk on national television here today in question period to our questions about how you're getting tough on gun traffickers and increasing the maximum to 14 when the current 10 has never been used since your Prime Minister formed government a few years ago. So I just feel that that's really a non-starter, and it's really not going to do a lot to combat this issue, unfortunately. So that part of C-21 isn't going to make that much of an impact, given the maximum of 10 years has never been used since the Liberals formed government a few years ago.